Hello everybody, how's everybody doing out there? It's Alex and Tuna here, and I'm just trying to jump in this morning, trying to continue this sketch I started. Killer clowns from outer space. Found a reference on Pinterest, so I was like, that's pretty neat. So I have a lot of charcoal that I've been making with the trees outside and stuff, but I wanted to try to see if I can find a good recording angle to kind of record some of this charcoal sketching. It's a slow process that I like. I didn't really have a lot of tools or stuff to draw with charcoal at first. Then I started buying little things like sponges, more sponges, and then like little stuff like this. And after a while, just like, this is cool. What I started out with was just rolling up paper and just going with that. Looks like a old cigarette end, but it's just rolled up paper, and I just use that to kind of smudge this around some printer paper really, and then just kind of use it to kind of blend it in. I've always had a kneaded eraser. This always comes in handy, but it's starting to get darker as I do more charcoal, and then sandpaper. That's another thing. I had some sandpaper, so I started cutting that up, then saving it in a little box so I can start using that. And then one day I was just like, you know what, I need one of those erasers that do like a little bit more detail, just a little bit right there, just a little bit of that. See, just kind of clear it up. This is a really fun tool. I like that one. That one's like the latest kind of thing, but I don't use it as often, but I like to use it whenever I can. It's just kind of something to do to add to a little bit more highlights and stuff. So yeah, I noticed that I did do the aspect ratio a little bit tighter on this head from the reference. I should have did it a little bit more wider, but whenever you're on a page, like, I guess I don't know, I just kind of narrowed it a little too much, but it's okay. It's just for fun, just for practice. I love this. I love drawing clowns. I love the movie. Haven't seen it a little bit. I need to get a physical copy of it or something, Blu-ray. I've been doing a lot of cross-hatching with my charcoal. Trying to get a little bit more shading that way. But I'll do this, and then sometimes I'll go back in and use like one of these little pieces, just blend it out, tease it just a little bit, just calming. My allergies were so bad yesterday. I went outside, I was just like, oh, I shouldn't have been outside. I was like, oh, a lot of sneezing. Feel better today though. So let's just get this shadow here. And then the last of it is just kind of filling in this a little bit of the shading. And really that's just getting in here, just starting to use that. This whole piece was just done with 2 pieces of charcoal that I've made. Little sticks cut from the boat art tree outside. I've got so much that I've made. The trees were falling down, and I hate to just burn wood to get rid of without, finding a reason. There is one piece of charcoal that's compressed in here that I did purchase, but that's for like heavy darks if I ever want to get darker and going from there. But there is just a variety of charcoal in here. Oh look, it's chalk. I thought it was another rolled up piece of paper. I'll try to use chalk to do highlights, but I don't know, it's kind of a give and take if I like it. Some bigger pieces of wood. You can kind of see the bark there a little bit. Here's a fatter piece, but if you don't bake it just right, you can see that it's a little bit trickier, but it's got a little bit of a texture to it. Look at that. It's pretty dark. Pretty dark. Just going from there. So it's just early morning. Getting some coffee before getting the day started with work. Trying to get some sketching in. I like to get a little sketch going with the. I bought some paper. This is a new sketch pad, or a couple months old, but I started using these. I think they're charcoal. Let me see the front page. Let me see if I can flip it without hitting the camera. Let's see if I can pull it up. So it's gray recycled sketch paper. It's not bad. I like it. I got another one that's a little more tan, or maybe this is the tan one. I forget. I think this is a gray one, but really good paper. It takes this charcoal. It takes to it really good. Just kind of work it in. Slow process. Just adding shadows, little at a time. Work it, move down. Work it, move down. Right? Just no thinking, no stress, no nothing. Just putting charcoal on paper. It's really what it comes down to. Just simple. You can see I'm jumping around a lot. I like jumping around on pictures. Do that in 3D too. Jump around. See? So I'm filling in the gaps slowly. The camera is right here, so it's a little trickier. So I'll probably get the other side later. I'll flip this canvas. But let's start down here at the bottom. Get a little more detail on this cloth, this fabric. Kind of following your reference above. Using that to kind of get this. But little details, just put them in. See, look. And just start. I think over time I started trying to rush the charcoal. And what I like to do is just take my time now. Just enjoy this slow process. And if you mess up, you can just get a smudge tool or this blender or the sponge. I mean, I guess not blender, but this will feather it out. You can see that it goes like that. Pretty cool. And just keep going. You can add just a little bit more shading here. And if it's too much, just erase it. That's really what it comes down to, is just kind of just pushing and pulling this little detail. So you've got like a little weird fabric here that kind of does. It's kind of hard to tell what it is in the picture, but it just kind of looks like figure eights to me. So we'll just do figure eights, right? Your brain will translate it into something, right? I hope that it translates. Just kind of do this. Let the brain do the rest. So let's kind of just shade this in. Cross hatching is what I've been doing, just a little bit. Been following a lot of artists online, and I feel like no matter how much you think you know, there's always something to be learned from somebody or some technique, and you're just like, oh wow, never thought of it after all these years. So I'm trying to learn new techniques. Try to empty the cup, you know. Empty that cup. Say how they say it. I cannot fill your cup until you emptied it. What was it? They said it was like Bruce Lee saying, but I don't know. Was it Bruce Lee? Because I was watching something on the internet saying like people get misquoted, and that it was just like a weird thing that people put audio to, and I don't know. Could be Bruce Lee, but I like the saying. It works. As long as you get the message, right? Get that message. So I'm trying to empty my cup, learn some new stuff. Trying to fill it up with new knowledge. That happens, especially when you're younger. Like it's a little harder to kind of, or I felt when I was younger, it was always harder to kind of adapt to new stuff. As I got older, I realized I gotta empty the cup. Getting back to more traditional cross hatching, you see this? I don't know if you can see this down here. Let me see if the camera is still... Yeah, it's way down below. I'm sorry. Push this up. My apologies. The camera turned off and I was just like sketching down here, but it's okay. We'll continue on. Just kind of put this here. That's there. There's a little piece here. Just kind of fill that in. Yeah, I'll just go for a few more minutes, and then that's really all this is to sketch. Just a few minutes a day. Just, you know, what's 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes here, and then you got a picture at the end of the week. Kind of like those authors when they're asked, how do you write so many pages? Just write daily. The same thing with art. You gotta draw daily. See, when you look back, you realize you got a lot of pieces. I didn't really draw as much. I don't know what it was about this charcoal, but kind of kick-started my drawing need. So I just want to draw. And also, it's almost like an unlimited supply now, so I don't have to worry about if I run out. It's like I've got too much supply and I need to burn through it. So that's another happy thought, of just knowing that I got an excess of supplies. So it's good. It's a good thing. Got a lot of sketchbooks that, you know, usually don't touch, and now I'm like going through and trying to fill them up. Kind of started slacking, right? I was doing more digital. This is what happened. Something about this traditional kind of crept back on me, and now this is what I want to do, is just a little more traditional art too. So you can see that it just lands so easy. I don't use my fingers because I'm afraid the oils and stuff, like they say, will make the wood kind of, not wood, paper get a little messed up. It did start with wood though. It's charcoal. Put it like in a container, and then you just kind of cook it. It's pretty neat process. There's some videos online I found on YouTube, and I was like, what? I can make my own charcoal? That's what I did. And make charcoal. So where we're at right here. I'm trying to follow this reference, but I think I'm gonna fall out of the reference a little bit, just do my thing. We'll just make something. I like references, but sometimes, like, once you lose your spot, you're just like, all right, I'll just start drawing. I don't want to think too much about this being, you know, a serious drawing. I just want to have fun drawing. That's what I want to do. Make it too serious is not fun. Start thinking too much. Just want it to flow. And eventually I'll just kind of go back up and then start touching up more on the face. Kind of jump around here and there, just going back and forth, just kind of shading. And it's a slow build with this charcoal because it's so organic, and you can push and pull it real easy. So just hatch it in there just a little bit more so you can get more shadow there. There's like a little bit of a some wrinkles here, and if I need to pull them out, the wrinkles a little bit, to be a little bit more pop, just get a little eraser and just lightly, just look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but it'll pick up just as easy as you put it down. I usually put a adhesive after, but little give and take. It just depends on how thick it is and stuff for the adhesive, or if I want it to be sprayed. Sometimes you might change your drawing if you spray it too much with that adhesive, but I don't want it to smear either, so there's that. Yeah, kind of jumping around with the eraser now. Got into eraser mode. Fun stuff though. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what's up with that ear. I got some of it there. I think what happened, I wanted to blend this in a little bit more. Just blend it like that. Let me go that route. See, look how quick that went away. It just, I barely touched it and just kind of feathered off. But it's cool because you can slowly bring it back again. Because I wanted to have that smooth transition, but in the picture it's showing a little bit darker here. Cross hatch it back in. Same thing with this hair right here. Slowly get it in there. Slow process. Just hatches. And then fill in the blanks here. Usually gotta hold my finger down at the bottom because the page will slide. Usually that's what this is for. I usually buckle that on, but I didn't today, so. And I usually draw up on an easel, so all that powder comes down, and then I catch it on that little tray, but so drawing flat, it just stays there. So you can push and pull a little bit easier too. So I'm learning. I've never really been into charcoal and this much this past few years. I've just been, so all I want to do is draw on charcoal now. Well, in any other medium, right? I like pens too. So charcoal. Call them a name. And something about making it yourself, like it's just cool. You're just like, man, I made that with just some time. I usually strip down the bark and then go from there. Strip it down, put it in a can, cut it to size. Plus you can burn, keep warm while you're making charcoal too. See what we got. Just a little bit, a spot right here. Let's see, put that, a little more definition on this cheek. This is makeup. And then we can go with this. Yeah, I just wanted to jump on here this morning a little bit. Get a little drawing going in. A little traditional kind of stuff. You can see it's a little heavy right there. But the fun part is that it doesn't have to be. Watch. You can just lighten it up. And there you go. Just a little bit. It's just pushing and pulling. Just back and forth. Let's go with that. Give a little more definition on this lip. Let's see. It's just layers. Adding layers. Layers on layers. So there's that. See? And the teeth, I can start darkening it even more. This area, just give a little more definition. I gotta be careful because I want those teeth to stay pretty clean and white. Hands are a little shaky from working out this morning, so a little trickier. And then the lips just darken just slightly. But yeah, I'm about to call it for this morning. Just a little bit of coffee and charcoal drawing. Get the day started. Get a little muddy here, but we can clean that up with an eraser. And just blending too. We can just blend it out a little bit. Here, soften it. If you really want to pop it, like right here, just bending this right here, pinch it. Let's see. Trying to work around this camera so I don't bump it, but you can just pop it just a little bit right there, see? And then here you can just push up. That way it's a little more accented there. Take off some of this. So there you go. About to call this done for this morning and starting the day. So hope everybody's doing well out there, and see you in the next video. Later.